Hey you guys, welcome back. I tend not to make big purchases from Sephora like throughout the year, except for the VIB sale. So twice a year, your girl splurges. I'm gonna talk about the skincare stuff first, just because I didn't get too many skincare products this time, because I feel like whatever I purchased in the last VIB sale back in April, I still have those things, like a few things, except for some of my repurchases that I made this time. So the first thing is obviously my favorite cleanser. This is the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Superfood Cleanser. That is such a mouthful. This is one of my all-time favorite cleansers. I've been using this for about like a year and a half now. This is the only thing that really kind of like calms my skin, prevents any breakouts. I always try to purchase like the really big, like the larger size that they have, but they're always sold out. So I just got the 8 fluid ounce one, and it does come with a pump. It's funny because I've actually had these products for about a week now. My package came like probably 2-3 days right after I ordered everything, but I've just kind of been like, you know, trying these things out so I can give you guys a really fair review. And it doesn't strip the natural oils off of your face either. It's pretty like dry skin girl friendly. I think anyone with any skin type can definitely use this. So yeah, this is my 3rd bottle. I do not regret this at all. This is probably just one of my favorite skincare products of all time. I'm kind of a person, like even if my favorite makeup product gets run out, I probably won't repurchase it just because I'm gonna try other things out there. But this is that one thing that I continue to repurchase over and over again in my skincare routine, and I feel like that's never going to change. It's a really, really good product. And then the next thing that I got is this Origins High Potency Resurfacing Cream with fruit-derived AHAs. I really love AHAs and incorporating them in my skincare routine just because they do kind of fix any texture or pores and just try to make your face as smooth as possible. I've been using this again for about a week now, and I absolutely love it. I think one of my favorite things about this is the texture. The texture of this cream is just so beautiful. It's not too oily that you're scared you're gonna go to sleep with that. It's gonna clog your pores. I do really like this product so far, and I will keep you guys updated with how this goes. Last skincare ingredient that I got is the Shani Darden Retinol Reform. This is the mini size. I think it's a pretty decent size. I mean, it is a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. It has 0.3 fluid ounce of product in it, so 10 milliliters, and I don't know, and it has a pump, which I appreciate. Yeah, so Shani Darden is a Hollywood esthetician, and so she came out with her own skincare line. I just hear Suzanne Yara talking about her and specifically this product, so I just wanted to give it a try, so I got the little mini version. Keep you guys informed about it, but I feel like I used this like twice maybe, and there's something different about my skin. Now, I don't know if this is like a placebo effect or what it is, but I was breaking out a lot. I was actually getting acne, and I did not enjoy that. I don't think anyone enjoys any sort of acne on their face, and so my skin did have a little bit more bumps, actually bumps that you get from inflammation just because you are wearing the mask, and you know it's just causing irritation on your skin. So I decided to give this a go. I don't know what it was, but immediately I just feel like my skin is smoother and my pores are smaller. So again, I don't know if it's a placebo, I don't know if it's this product or any other product that I'm using, but this is one of the major things that I changed in my skincare overall, like this Origins cream and then this retinol cream. So I don't know which one's doing its magic, but I want to say it's probably the retinol, just because retinol is known for exfoliating the skin. So yeah, those are my skincare products. Now let's just get down to the makeup goodies that I got. I actually had this a couple of years back, but when I got finished with it, I did not want to spend that kind of money again on a powder. So I decided not to get it or anything like that. However, I decided to repurchase this because this is probably one of my favorite powders ever. Really did miss this. I think I was using the Sephora one, and I'll be honest with you guys, that powder was great in the beginning, but I feel like the older it got, just the weirder the formula got, and I just did not like the way it sat on my skin and made my skin look. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder, and so happy I have this back in my life. It's been a while. I think they actually sort of changed the packaging a little bit, because I remember this was much thinner and it wasn't as rose gold. It was definitely like that yellow gold color. But again, I think this is such a beautiful, beautiful powder. I did get this in the shade medium. They have 4 shades now. Back when I purchased it, they only had 3. They had light, medium, and rich, I believe. So they do have tan, but I did swatch tan, and surprisingly, that was just a little bit darker than I wanted in a powder. I kind of like my powders a couple shades lighter than my skin tone, just because the darker the powder, it just kind of messes up with my concealer, my foundation. If you haven't tried this yet, I don't even know if I should recommend you to try it, because I know you're gonna fall in love with it, and then having to repurchase a $45 powder whenever you're done is like the worst. But it is a really, really good product, and I do really recommend it. And something that I actually didn't purchase in the sale, but I did recently purchase just because I wanted to try it. This is the Patrick Ta Shaping Wax. I got the tinted version. So much better than using soap for your brows. I was a little bit confused on how to use it at first, but apparently how you're supposed to do it, you use it dry, it does not work, believe me. You have to use it wet. So I just kind of take a little bit of my setting spray and just kind of spray it directly into the pan. It gets really messy. It works wonders on your brows. I don't even fill in my brows, and I just kind of go in with this and comb them through. And I have fine brows, but I have very long hair. So what happens is, no matter what eyebrow gel I use, my eyebrow hairs throughout the day would just kind of like start drooping down. I didn't really find a good eyebrow gel that kind of held my brows into place until I discovered this guy. And so I do really like this. I think this is such a great product, and yeah, I'm just really in love with this. So I didn't purchase this in the sale, but I thought I would mention it just because it's something that I recently purchased and it's really good. I bit the bullet and I decided to get the Pat McGrath concealer, and I wanted to try it just because the person wearing this concealer, their skin looked so flawless. Like underneath their eyes, it just looked so airbrushed. So I knew that I always wanted to try this, but I wasn't ready to pay for that kind of money yet. I did want a little bit of a fuller coverage concealer, but it still looked like skin, and it didn't look like cakey whatsoever. So I heard really good things about this concealer, and I decided to give it a try. I think I wore this like twice. Absolutely love it. I do just wear this underneath my eyes because it's a lot lighter than my skin that I thought it would be. I got it in M16. It's so long lasting, which is one of the things I had with my e.l.f. concealer, is it wasn't as long lasting. I also decided to get this Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. Now, fun little story with this one. When I was like 16, what I wanted for my birthday from my mom was a trip to Sephora, and that was when I opened my VIB account and everything. It was like the first like woman thing that I did, like big girl thing that I did. And one of my first products that I purchased from Sephora was the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. It was in that like dark eggplant colored packaging. I really do wish that they kept that packaging, because that packaging was just so beautiful and minimalistic. I actually got the mini version just because it was so difficult for me to choose a color for everything online. I cannot do that. I'm the worst at picking my shade online. And so I decided to get wheat, which surprisingly matches me perfectly. So I got like the mini version that they have of the tinted moisturizer, just because I'm not really wearing that much makeup anyways. It's quarantine. So I just got like the mini one to try out, and if I do end up loving it and finishing it, then I'll just purchase the big one. They actually reformulated this, and they reformulated it so much better than I remember how it used to be. The other formulation was almost like almost a little too watery on the skin, and it just didn't look like it. Always used to kind of like patch up and stuff, but yeah, this new formula is spot on. It has SPF 30, so if you forget to wear your SPF, at least you have it in your tinted moisturizer. Boring that I got is actually this House of Lashes glue. I did purchase the duo glue when mine ran out, and I hated it so much, and so I just needed this baby back in my life. And then this was a very special like splurge item. I finally got my hands on my first Hourglass palette. They always come out with this during the holiday season, and I always obviously pass up on it because it's super duper expensive. Really cute little mini palette, and it has like all of these beautiful shades in it. The shades are honestly just what sold me in this palette. I love each and every single one of them. It comes with one blush, one bronzer, one of their soft light finishing powders, and then also their highlighting powder, which is their metallic strobe powder. It's just so cute, and it has a big old mirror in it, which is great. I've used everything. I'm actually wearing all of these things on my face right now. What I love about these little hourglass palettes are that they're just so travel friendly, and honestly, if you want to try any of these products, you can just make that big old purchase and just get one of these palettes, and it's gonna last you for a very long time, and obviously the quality is amazing. I do love the minier ones rather than like their bigger ones, just because I know I'm not going to use everything in there, and with here I know that I'm going to use each and every single one. Absolutely love the shades. I would have to say though, you are darker than me in complexion. I don't know if this bronzer is going to match you. I was a little scared it was going to be light on me as well, but then once I wore it, it's fine. I thought I would mention, just because it is, the bronzer is a little bit on like that medium to light side. Definitely one of my splurge items in this haul. Got this Buxom plumping lip cream in the shade Curve Royale. I love these Buxom glosses. They're one of my favorites. Gorgeous like burgundy shade. Oh my god, like I'm so in love with this, and Buxom lip glosses just feel so nice and smooth on the skin. So you guys can probably see that. It's burgundy vampy color, and I think it looks so great just on top of any kind of like lipstick or lip liner, but then also just on its own. This is actually something I'm going to be returning. I'm not a fan of the shade whatsoever. This is the Urban Decay Lip Chemistry Lasting Glassy Tint. Now this is actually an amazing product. The product itself is beautiful. I just don't like the shade. I tried one of their other ones last year and I finished it completely, and it was in the shade Stacked, and so I got a different shade that I thought was a little bit darker and more like on the burgundy side. However, Stacked for some reason is a lot darker, and you can see the color payoff a lot more. I wore this a couple of times. It wasn't as dark as I wanted it to, but I do have it swatched right next to that lip gloss. So it's here. It's just not one of my favorites. So it's nice, it's pretty. Obviously I can still see it on my lips and everything. I just don't know if it's worth the price. So this little guy is going to be going back. From Too Faced. It's their liquid lipstick set, and this is the Christmas Snuggles and Melted Kisses. It comes with 4 of their liquid lipsticks. Colors are so beautiful that I just couldn't pass up on it. Actually, I could care less for this one. Super light one, so not gonna go well with my skin tone, but these 3 I was so excited for. So I will kind of like swatch all of them, but I have been wearing 2 of these a lot, and Hot Toddy is probably my favorite out of the bunch. I don't own anything like that, and I kind of learned how to work with the formula of these. Even though these are really matte, what I like to do is I just kind of like put a very thin layer on my lips. It's not like as drying on your lips. And I kind of swatch those right there for you. So this one, Sugar Cookie, Caramel Apple, Hot Toddy, and then Candy Cane. I really hope you guys enjoyed what I picked up at the Sephora VIB sale. These are like one of my favorite videos to film, just because I think it's so fun to like see what everyone got. Just such nice like lighthearted videos for me to watch. It makes me all happy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.